Hello everyone. So in this video we are going to see about matplot library. Okay. So Python offers multiple Python offers multiple graphics library like graphics library. Okay. So one among them is matplotlib, that's library, which is going to give you low level graphics and charts, and it has lots of freedom. It provides lots of freedom, and it has lots of inbuilt functions also. A lot of inbuilt functions are there, using which we can create the graphics and the charts very easily. And the second one is your Seaborn library, which is built upon the Seaborn library, which is built upon matplot library. Okay, and it gives you high level interface. And third one is your ggplot, which is based similar to your R ggplot. And the fourth one is Plotly, okay, which gives you more interactive plots. In this video, we are only going to see about the matplot libraries alone. So matplot library functions alone we are going to see in this video. Okay, so we should know what is called as graphics library. So basically all these graphics library are used for data visualization. So when you want to visualize your data in form of a graph or a chart, so then we use these graphics library. So which means that these libraries are going to give you some graphical representation or a pictorial representation of your data using charts, graphs, etc. And these visualization helps you in EDA, that is exploratory data analysis. Okay, because whatever we have analyzed, we have to effectively communicate to the intent user. So for that, we are going to use these graphics library, and one such library is called as your matplot library, which has very good number of built-in functions. So we'll start with plotting using matplot library. So Jupyter Notebooks, part of Jupyter Notebooks, it's getting installed already. So if matplot library is not installed, then you can install with exclamatory symbol pip install matplotlib if it is not installed properly. And then we can import the library. So first step always is import matplotlib. Okay, and in this library we have one module called pyplot, which is used to plot all the graphs. So okay, which is used to support all the graphs in the charts. So import matplotlib.pyplot as plt. We are creating an alias for it. Okay, and instead of giving plt.show every time, we can make it as an inline also. So to make that as an inline function, just give percentage matplotlib, okay, inline, which will show you the output of the chart or the graph immediately after you execute. And we will have a lot of warning. We can also import numpy, okay, as np. We need sometimes in numpy pandas as pd. And there can be few warnings when you run your pyplot. So to ignore those warnings, we'll import warnings. Okay, warnings dot filter warnings. We are just ignoring it. Okay, so ignore all the warning. Okay, so this is importing your matplot library. Now we'll start plotting the graphs. So we are going to see the line chart. Okay. We are going to see the line chart. We have the scatter chart. Okay. And scatter chart. Then we have pie chart. Then we have bar. Okay. So, and then we have the histogram also. So we'll see how are these charts are drawn. Okay. So we'll start with the line chart. Okay, line chart is simple, just drawing a line. Okay, so to draw a line, we have plot function. Okay, so plot is a function which is used to draw a line. So the name of the function that I'm going to use is the plot function. So before we plot a line, we need the x and the y values. So I'm just giving x is equals to 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, and I'm giving the y values is equals to some 50, 60, 90. Okay, and then now I have to plot it. So use the alias and then plot plot, and I have to plot between x and y. So x and y, and you can give a name for your graph, and also you can give a label for your x and y axis. Okay, so plt dot title, and within double quotes give it as this is my first chart. Any name you can give, and then you have plt.x label for naming your x-axis. Say suppose that's a roll number, and you have to give for your x label, and you have to give for y label, that's for y-axis. Just give it as marks. Okay, so when you execute this, okay, you can see a small graph, a line graph is drawn. So this is my roll number, and this is my marks, and this is my first chart, and a line is drawn here. Okay, so this is a simple line plot. In this, we will add some more names, and we will try to change the color and other things. So we have something called as legend, and all of us know that legend in the graph is something gives you information. Right here on the right side, it will tell you blue color line is for indicating the roll number, or pink color line is for this. So we'll have a small information regarding the graph that is called as your legend. So we can also include the legend here. Okay, so before we give the legend, we'll give the title for the thing. Okay, so we'll include one more list. Okay. Okay, we have one more. So we will plot 2 lines and then see how it is done. One is between x and y, the other one is between x and z. So here I have given x comma y. Okay, and I'm giving the label as this is roll number with marks. Okay, and the second plot is about label, just give a name. This is with roll number with weight. Okay, and you can also give different parameters here to specify your color. Let me say my color of the first line is black. Okay, and you want to have a different line style, then s life line style is equals to you can have a dot dot, or you can have a dash dash also. So let me give dash dash or dash dot. Okay, I can specify the line width. Okay, how big it should be. Let me give as 0.5. Okay, line width. And you can also have a points called markers. to tell where exactly each point is um, intersecting. So you can give different markers, and you can specify the marker size also. Marker size you can give 10. Similarly, for the second one also you can make. So I'm making the color to be green. Okay, and line style, I'll make it a different style. So I'll give dash dash, and line width marker we'll have here. Line width is 0. Marker I can make anything else. Instead of I want a square, yes, I will give. Let me give a bigger size. Okay, so plot, this is the thing. This is for setting the different colors of your line. This line, blue color line, instead of blue, I'm just going to have a black and a green line. Okay, so for that we have to specify the plot function. And now I have to display my legend also. So for that function is legend, legend. Okay, in the legend you can specify where exactly you want it. So when you give location is equals to best, then it will go. Otherwise you can give upper right or upper left or lower right or lower left. You can specify your legend. And when you want to see what is the lines, you have not able to see where exactly each point is intersecting. So when you want to have a grid lines, then you can give grid within bracket, you can just specify true. Okay, now when you execute, you get a line like this. Okay, so one line is in black color, that is x and y, and x and z is in your green color, and the star and the square are my markers, and I have my legend in the upper right. Okay, so this is x-axis, this is y-axis, these are the two plots, and this is your legend. So this is how you have to draw a line plot. So we'll now see about the scatter chart. Okay, so scatter charts will only show like a points. So scatter chart, it is used for displaying the relationship between the variables. Okay, so similar to your line chart, we can do it here also. The same thing, I'm copying it here. Instead of plot, I have to give here as now scatter. So the function that is used for drawing a scatter chart is just give scatter. Okay, and this scatter chart will not have line width or line, so you can erase that. Okay, and it will have a marker and marker size also. So you can give marker any marker, but the size can be given as S. So I specify the size as S here. Yes, so when you run this, okay, sorry, it's an arrow. Yeah, so now we will get here. Okay, so if I increase the size of the marker, you can see bigger. Okay, yeah, so roll number with marks is a star, so you have a marker here, and square is a roll number with a weight, so it is shown here. So this is scatter chart. Okay, so which is used to display the relationship between two variables. Next is bar chart, so which is used for comparing two elements. Okay, for comparing categories. So the same thing, we'll use only the bar function. So instead of this, okay, instead of plot, we'll give it as bar. Okay, and let's not have this. Okay, we will not have the line style and all, so we'll remove all that. and then give, you will get a bar chart. Okay, we can change the color, say suppose red, and you don't want red, make it as false. You will get a bar chart like this. Okay, so the function that you use to draw a bar chart is bar function, and you can have a horizontal bar chart also. Okay, so horizontal bar chart also can be drawn with bar h function. Okay, I'll copy this. Okay, instead of bar you will use bar h. So you can see it is a, let me change the color. You can change the color here. You take pink. So you got a horizontal bar chart. Okay, the next one is histogram. Okay, so histogram is frequency table. Okay, it will group the items based on a particular count, and then it will show you. So for histogram, we'll just create a random array, and then we will plot the histogram. So np.random. Okay, just creating a random variable from 1 to 100, and I want 60. Okay, now I'm going to plot histogram. So function for plotting is plt hist of your data. Okay, and then you can see your data, how it is there. So this is your histogram. So these are the values that has been generated. So 60 values will be there from the value 1 to 100. It's a random values. So between 0 and 10, okay, you can see how much values are there. So there should be around 10 values which are between 0 and 10. And there should be some values between 10 and 20. How many values are there? Between 20 to 30, how many values are there? So it just gives a frequency table. Okay, so that is your histogram. The next one is your pie chart. Okay, so pie chart all of us have seen. So it will have a slices, so different slices, and it will have a different name. So we have to specify what are the slices. Okay, say suppose I have a different, you can give any values, how much is each slice proportional. Okay, let me give 5 slices, just giving randomly. Okay, and I should have a names for all the slices. Just give it as A, comma B, comma C, comma D, comma E. Okay, so each one should be within a single quote, comma. Okay, so this is the names for each of my slice. Okay, now you have to specify the color for each of the slice. So I'm just giving purple. Okay, and I give pink, then I give red, green, and I give black. Okay, everything should be in single quotes or in double quotes. Okay, you have to specify 5 colors. After that, so we have defined the slices, names, and the colors. Now we'll draw the pie chart. So name of the function is pie. Okay, and we have to say slices first. Then we have to say what are the labels. Labels are nothing but my names, and I have a color. So color is equals to call, because I have given a list of color. And you have something called as auto percentage, okay, which says like how much is the percentage to be displayed on the pie or on the slice. So you have to give it within percentage 1.2 f percentage. This is to indicate that when I give 0.2, two values after decimal value will be printed. Okay, for that percentage to display automatically, you can give. And we have something called as explode, which is to slice out and then show it separately. So you can give the, because we have 5, so you can slice out either 1 or 2 piece. So first slice alone I made to explode a little bit out, second and third will be inside, and fourth a little bit outside, and say suppose fifth is still more outside. So pie chart has three like parameters, like what are all slices, the labels, names that you're going to give for each slice, and what is the color for each all of us, and whether you want to display the percentage on the slice, and how much you want to explode, how much to drag it out. So that's it. Okay. There should be colors. Okay. Yeah. So this is A, B, C, D, and E. So I have given a different colors and I have given a different names, and I also have given the explode. So explode when it is 0.3 slightly comes out, 0.4 still widely, and 0.5 still widely it is used. Okay, so this is how a pie chart is drawn. Now we have something called as subplots. Okay, subplots, which means that, which allows you to place multiple charts in one place. Okay, in the same figure. You can bring multiple charts in the same figure. Okay, so we have done already line chart, scatter, bar, and pie chart. So we can bring it here. You can copy paste all that. Let me do first line chart. Okay, I'm just copying my line chart here. Okay, next by the side of my line chart, say suppose you want the pie chart. Okay, copy the okay, this is your pie chart. Let me bring my histogram to one side as my third figure, and let me bring my chart. Okay, my bar chart in the fourth figure. Okay, so now you're going to make a subplot. Okay, so for the subplot you have three parameters. One is rows, columns, and the plot number. So before you plot your graph, you have to just tell PLT, it's a subplot. Okay, SUPPLOT plot, and I'm just going to have two rows with two columns, and all my figures should be there in its position. So when you give 2, 2, 1, which means that you have two rows and two columns, and this figure should come as your first one. So similarly, you will do it before your pie chart also, and you'll say this is the second figure, and before your bar chart you will say it is a third figure. Okay, and before your histogram you're going to say it's a fourth figure. Now when you run, you can see all the four charts put in the same figure side by side. So this is called as your subplots.